No one in the room knew why the young mechanic froze when the general laughed, but the moment he whispered his call sign, the air went cold, and the decorated SEAL officer forgot how to breathe. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love knowing who's listening. The military reunion at the base gym had started like any other: music, laughter, and proud faces sharing war stories that blurred with time. Among the crowd stood a quiet man, Jack Mercer, a single father and former Army combat engineer who'd left the service years ago. His shirt sleeves were rolled up, revealing faint scars that looked more like history than wounds. He wasn't supposed to be there that night. His old squad had dragged him along, saying he needed to be around his brothers again. He'd smiled politely, nursing a cup of black coffee instead of beer. That's when the SEAL general, decorated, confident, surrounded by admirers, spotted him. "Hey, soldier," the general called, half smirking. "You look too serious for a party. What was your call sign back in the day?" Jack hesitated, glancing around. The room quieted slightly, like it sensed something was about to shift. When Jack finally spoke, his voice was low, steady, but with an echo of something buried deep. "Iron Ghost," he said. The general's smile faltered. A few soldiers exchanged looks. The name had weight. It wasn't just a call sign, it was a ghost story whispered among special units. 10 years earlier, during a joint mission that went catastrophically wrong in Helmand, a small rescue team had been trapped under heavy fire. Reinforcements never came, but reports spoke of one lone engineer who moved through enemy lines unseen, disabling IEDs with his bare hands and carrying wounded men out through smoke and chaos. The name Iron Ghost spread like a rumor. No one ever confirmed if he survived. Now he was standing right there, holding a paper cup of coffee. The general stepped forward, voice dropping to a rasp. "You're telling me you're Iron Ghost?" Jack didn't answer. His eyes drifted to the floor, then to a photo hanging on the wall, a team shot from that same operation. The general was in it too. "Why didn't you?" the general began, but stopped himself. Because he remembered. He remembered the radio silence that night, the order that never came, and the men who died waiting. Jack looked up slowly. "We don't all get to choose what we're remembered for, sir." The air in the gym turned heavy. The music had stopped. Soldiers watched in uneasy silence, as the general's posture changed from confident to something closer to shame. A few of the older vets nodded quietly. They knew what those words meant. Later that night, when the crowd thinned and the general found Jack outside by the flagpole, he didn't wear his rank anymore. He just looked like an old man, carrying ghosts of his own. "I gave the order to hold position," the general said. "We thought your unit was gone." Jack exhaled, his breath clouding in the cold. "We almost were." Silence stretched between them. Then the general reached into his pocket and pulled out a folded patch, the Iron Ghost insignia, retrieved from the field years ago, and kept in his desk drawer like a secret penance. He placed it in Jack's hand. "I should have come back for you," he said quietly. Jack shook his head. "You did. Just a little late." The general looked away, his eyes glistening. "You saved my men. I never thanked you." Jack glanced toward the parking lot, where his little daughter was asleep in the back seat of his old truck. "You just did. Because courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes it stands quietly in the shadows, waiting for the truth to find its voice." And that night, under the flickering base lights, the Iron Ghost finally came back to life. If this story moved you, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful, true, inspired stories of courage and redemption. And don't forget to tell me in the comments, what would your call sign be?